Lara Croft, serving as a shining example of unattainable body ideals for women since 1996. Unless you're Dolly Parton. It's been over 2 decades since the titular Tomb Raider first arrived on the scene, and in the years that follow, the franchise has definitely been on quite the roller coaster ride. Changing developers and publishers several times, rebooting and rebranding twice. I really miss the glory days, you know? Back when Lara's waist was 4 inches thick, and she was selling cars on foreign television.
Tu peux faire de moi ce que tu veux. Tu peux rendre mon ciel lumineux.
Nouvelle série climatisée, c'est hâte fraîche.
I find people who enjoy those original PS1 games now kind of baffling. Like, they were okay for the time, but nowadays you can really see just how uncomfortably stiff, hard, and just plain awkward they are. The games, I mean. I'd consider myself a fan though, but mostly of the later stuff. I like Legend, Anniversary, and Underworld to varying degrees. The new reboot games are good, and they've also got some quality offerings on mobile platforms, surprisingly. There are mobile versions of Tomb Raider 1 and 2 that run great but play horribly, but that's the game, not the port. There's also a port of Guardian of Light. There's Lara Croft Relic Run, which is a runner game that does just enough new and interesting stuff to make it stand apart from the rest. And there's Lara Croft Go, which I particularly enjoy. It's a fantastically clever and challenging puzzle game that's definitely worthy of your time. I don't really recommend a whole lot of games on this show, surprisingly, but you should check this one out if you haven't. But who wants to play good, fun video games when instead you could chug gasoline and light your insides on fire? AKA play some ripoffs. First up, we have Vertical Cliff, you know, as opposed to those horizontal ones. Have you ever wanted to be a sexy rock climber? No? The story begins with one rope in your hands. I think I've heard this one before. So here we get to pick from our 2 favorite adventurers, woman and man. Now woman, is anti-terrain, can jump an unspecified distance, and is wearing highly protective armor. Obviously. The dude here doesn't have as much going on with him. He's good with rope, I guess. So here's the game. Your objective is to reach the bottom of this, vertical cliff. To do this, you'll be testing your skill by tapping where you want to go and tapping at the right time to ensure a good or perfect score on your jump meter. Perfect scores allow you to jump greater distances, while misses send you in the wrong direction and reduce your jump to its original size. You also have to deal with hazards like rocky outcrops, falling boulders, and bird attacks, so watch out. To be honest, this is actually a fairly robust game. It has plenty of systems for progression and ample level variety. There's actually a whole lot here to keep players invested for a long, long time. If, you know, there weren't a million games you'd rather play than when you slowly lower yourself down cliffs. The Tomb Raider games are action games, right? So let's ramp up that action a bit and play Catacomb Raider. Subtle. Real subtle. Do I want to translate the description into English? Thanks, Google Translate, but I think I've got this. Catacomb Raider agent Lara Commando Croft is an undercover army officer, and her partner is Max Dog. They are on the secret tomb mission to rescue the people and save them from the enemies. On second thought, well, here they are. Catacomb Raider agent Lara Commando Croft and Max Dog. And I guess it's the post-apocalypse based on that Fallout 4 wallpaper they're standing in.
Commando, in this level you learn how to play this game.
Thanks, Jill Valentine, specifically Jill Valentine from Resident Evil 5. Man, call me Booty Legs Krampus Patch, cause I'm a regular video game Sherlock Holmes. I don't think there's gonna be much catacomb raiding going on in this game. So did I win? What in the world is... So you know that hit game Crossy Road? It's basically like if Frogger and Endless Runners had a baby and it was so popular that it actually had an officially licensed Disney version, go figure. Well, for legal reasons, this next game has nothing to do with any of that. This isn't Crossy Road, it's Crossy Raider. And just like that other unrelated thing, this game is chock full of characters to unlock as you play, such as Jones, Lara, Gates, who the hell is... Oh my god! Oh my god, this big-nosed widow-peaked weirdo is none other than Benjamin Gates from National Treasure and National Treasure 2, The Book of Secrets. Benjamin Gates! Nicolas Cage himself! Ooh, it's tempting. So yeah, it's basically just Crossy Road. I mean, it's fun and... Oh, gimme! No! Control yourself! So next up, we have Tomb Raider Endless Runner. And yes, I said Tomb Raider. And speaking of riding, she looks like she's straight out of one of those awful old porn flash games. You know which ones I'm talking about, you weirdos. Tomb Raider Endless Runner is an exciting endless runner game of golden pyramids. Tap the screen to make Shanika Miles. Shanika. This is Shanika Miles. Am I allowed to say anything here? So here we have Shanika Miles running through ancient Egypt in her ridiculously huge platform high heels. But lucky for her, this game also happens to be a Jetpack Joyride ripoff. A really shitty one too, where you fall so slow that it's impossible to dodge anything. You move forward so fast that it's so hard to account for what you're gonna hit next. Look at that, there was no way I could have avoided that. If not for your giant goddamn afro, Shanika! Oh, and the game features Watch Ad 2 support, just so you know. Haven't heard of that game, but I'm glad you put it in the center of the screen for me. Oh, no, wait. It's telling me to watch Ad 2 support. I'll pass. And for our final game, I have maybe the most egregious ripoff I've ever seen. Uncharted, boom, take that, Naughty Dog. Haha, man, I am so edgy. But then Tomb Raider ripped off Uncharted, so... Also, I like your games, Naughty Dog. Sorry.